All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the video for lesson 4, where we're actually going to be constructing some parallel lines with our compass and with our straight edge. So again, remember, just some reminders, whenever you need to make a straight line, you always need to use your straight edge, and you need to make sure you are showing all of your arc marks so that you can get full credit. So these steps are on the constructions bank as well. I'll relink those into our Google Classroom. But to construct a parallel line, we're going to be given a line and you'll be given a point. And your first step is to take your straight edge and you can make a transversal, or what will be your transversal. And it can be any type of transversal. It just needs to go through your point and through your line, right? So one example of a transversal can be that. I could also draw my transversal like this. I can draw my transversal straight down. It doesn't really matter how you draw your transversal because the other steps will, it doesn't matter. So I usually like to draw my transversal this way. And then once you have your transversal drawn, what you're going to be doing is making your reference arc. So if you are trying to be like consistent, you can think of your transversal as a reference line. And then you need to make your reference arc, and you can probably guess this part, but your reference arc needs to touch your original line that you were given, and it needs to touch your transversal 2 times, right? So I can see my 2 intersection points. I have one right here, and I have one right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have to make that same reference arc again. But now we don't have a line at the bottom to intersect with. So in this case, when you're making your reference arc, it just needs to touch your transversal 1 time. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to copy this angle that you've created here. So if you remember, you take your needle and your pencil and you place it on those intersection points to measure the opening, and then we're going to place our needle on the corresponding intersection point. So here is the intersection point on our original, and we're going to just bring that up to this intersection point here, and we are going to make that arc. Now you can probably guess, just like every other construction, what you would do now is you would take your straight edge, and your line would go through your point and through your intersection, right? So this is perfectly fine, but if you wanted to, you can also take your straight edge and extend this, and you should also get in the habit of labeling your parallel lines. Okay, so for your notes, you guys are going to try to do this construction on your own, so you can use the bank or you can rewind the video to help you out with that. So make sure you have that second part done so that you can get full credit for your notes.